Major Ramrao Chavan suddenly arrived in Shivthar, his native village, in his Maruti car. He had come to his village after exactly 58 years. He had aspired to be in the army and had been on the victorious side on the Kashmir front and also been through tough times in Nagaland. So, he had moved up the ranks to be a major in the army. In all these years, he had completely forgotten about the ancestral home in Shivthar. One day, he dreamt about that house. He also had some fond memories of his childhood, which now got stirred in him. So he immediately took out his car and told his wife, "I'm going to Shivthar and will be back in 8 to 10 days." Soon after coming to his village house, he made some sweepers clean his house and clear the overgrown trees and creepers around the house. He opened all the doors and windows and removed all the dust, cobwebs that had gathered in years. After a long time, the house was filled with fresh breeze. It was evening time. The veranda had a neat and clean appearance. But the tulsi plant was missing and the whole place looked empty without it. Ramrao then decided to plant a tulsi sapling early in the morning the very next day. He then lit a lamp and a lantern as there was no electricity in the house. The veranda was filled with the light of the lantern. He had placed a cot there on which he was relaxing. Sitting next to him on the cot was Sarpanch Jizabarna Pawar and also his childhood friend Balisha Shete. There were other respectable villagers who were also a part of the small gathering of people. Sarpanch said, "Chavan Sahib, you have now retired, so you can come and stay here." Balisha remarked to Sarpanch that he had indeed spoken what was going on in his mind too. As they were all chatting, it started getting dark. Somewhere in the far distance, a small firefly came floating down and then went away. A dark outline marked the horizon. Looking in that direction, Ramrao asked, "Is that a hill?" Sarpanch looked towards the south and answered, "Yes, it is a hill. It is called Ghost Hill." "Oh, is it so? So there is a ghost there, is it?" Ramrao asked. Sarpanch answered, "Oh yes, and it is not an ordinary ghost. It is a very dangerous one. The entire hill is ruled by this ghost," Balisha added. "And suppose someone is brave enough to go there?" Ramrao asked. "If someone goes there, then that person goes mad or lame or simply dies. That ghost does not spare anyone at all," Balisha said. "Is there a pakka road to go to the hill?" Ramrao asked. "Yes, there is a pakka road, but no one uses that road at all," Sarpanch answered. One by one, each of them started narrating horror stories. On the no moon night, the ghost is at its worst. No one ever thinks of stepping there during that day, Sarpanch added. Ramrao asked, "When is Amavasya falling in this month?" Tomorrow itself is Amavasya day," Balisha said. "It's decided then. I will go and meet the ghost tomorrow," Ramrao said. No, Chavan Sahib, don't even think of going there. You don't know about that ghost at all. It has sent many people into heavens, Balisha said. Tell him to send me in the heavens also. I will shoot him and make him powerless. You just wait and see, Ramrao said, twisting his moustache. So Sarpanch, Balisha and other people all said in a chorus, No, please don't go. Please listen to us. But Ramrao was stubborn. He said, I will go and encounter him. We'll see who loses, me or the ghost. People tried all possible ways to dissuade him from going, but Ram Rao did not deviate even slightly from his decision. Next day dawned. It was Amavasya. Slowly, night descended. Ram Rao took his Maruti car and loaded his pistol. He also took a jumbo torch with him. It was nearly 11 now. He finally sat in his car and switched on the headlights. Light spread all across the surroundings. The car started moving in the direction of the ghost hill. The road was very smooth and had no potholes, but it winded along in a twisted way. Slowly, a thick jungle was visible. It was pitch dark and frightening. After several years, a human being had set foot in this jungle. It seemed very eerie. Somewhere far in the distance on a tree, there appeared a very human face. Ram Rao slowed down his car and focused his torch on the branch of that tree. An owl was sitting on that branch. It was staring just like a human being. Some bats got disturbed by the car and flapped their wings hard and went away. Ram Rao did not pay attention to them. He increased the speed of the car. The car's headlights shone brightly on the road. At this time, Ram Rao noticed a strange thing. Ram Rao observed very clearly that a human shadow had spread its hands and was stopping the car. Yes, it was very much like the shadow of a human being. A head, two spread out hands, feet, kept a distance. The shadow was not letting the car go ahead. Ram Rao was puzzled. He looked sideways. There was not even an insect in sight. There wasn't any human being, but a human shadow was clearly stopping his car. Ram Rao dimmed the car's lights and slowed down his car. Then the shadow also dimmed and finally vanished. Then Ram Rao stopped his car. He flashed his torch on the nearby surroundings. No one seemed to be there. He started his car again. The shadow started to move its hands more vigorously. Now the shadow became bigger in size. The shadow darkened the entire road. At this time, Ram Rao was now slightly disturbed. But he had not faltered at all. He had faced death many times, so he was not frightened at all. Ram Rao noticed that the shadow was moving with the same speed of the car. He stopped again and fired his pistol in the direction of the shadow. The sound of the pistol shattered the silence in that uninhabited forest. On hearing the noise, many bats flew from the nearby trees. "Who are you?" asked Ram Rao, his hand still on the pistol. But Ram Rao did not receive any answer. Far away somewhere, an owl made a sound. The man was invisible, but the shadow was stretching itself across the car. This happened many times. Ram Rao was slightly upset. He thought of his favorite deity. He closed the window of the car and kept his torch handy. He also kept his pistol ready. He was tired and kept his head on the steering wheel. He was able to hear his own heartbeats. Late in the night, he fell asleep. When he woke up suddenly, it was daybreak. He was able to see some bits of the sky from the thick foliage of the trees. Ram Rao gave a sigh of relief. He took his pistol with him and opened the door of the car. He had hardly walked a few steps when he was shocked. The road ahead had just come to a dead end at the end of the hill. There was a deep valley beyond the road. Even for a moment in the darkness of the night, even if he had driven a little further, Ramrao thanked the shadow in the heart of hearts. He later returned back to his car. Now he was going to turn the car and proceed back. But before that, he thought of wiping his car clean. He cleared the fallen leaves on his car and the dust that had collected on it. While wiping the glass, he noticed something. On the side of the right headlight, near the reflector, there was a small insect with a head and 6 legs who was trapped and was struggling to come outside. He saw something climbing on the bulb and sometimes on the front glass. Ramrao saw this insect with astonishment. Till now, he had not bowed down in front of anyone. But on seeing this insect, his hands folded unconsciously.